Now, with TaxMax, how the program works is really you're going to want to take advantage of fourth quarter promotion. That's really a key to success. And I mentioned that I had used the system back in the late 90s, and we had a lot of success with it. So much success that at the end of the tax season, I actually got a call from TaxMax asking me, how did my small dealership do so many more returns than the typical dealership? And on reflection, I was fairly new to the program, but on reflection, it was clear to me one of the things that we did is we helped customers get comfortable with us. So there's something that obviously we hope you have some degree of transparency and authenticity with your customers, and that you're able to gain some equity and trust with the customer. So I'm not going to be able to teach you how to do all that in this short session, but to the extent that I can help the customer feel comfortable with this idea of doing business with me, and there's some advantage for them, and now they'll agree to do that if I can help them feel comfortable. So the way I would typically approach that would be, customer comes to me in December, for example, or I'm promoting the program in December, and maybe somebody calls on the phone or they come around to ask me about the program. And by the way, I would recommend wearing buttons or whatever you can do inside your building so that people can see that you're absolutely committed to that, and it's a great solution for them. So now the customer reaches out to me because of our advertising, and now they've got an interest in having their tax refund done with us potentially. And so we'll explain to them, here's why you'd want to do that with us. One, we're going to be able to guarantee you the same refund you would get anywhere else. Two, you're going to be able to pay less in fees. So here's our pricing, and we're going to recommend, by the way, that you have pricing that you have a grid established, and the more that the customer pays to you as the dealer, the less their fee is. So you're basically absorbing some of that, but you don't have to explain all that to them. You just show them your fee schedule, and if they pay a payment of $1,000 or more, as an example to you, for a down payment or whatever, then their fee will be this. And so that's all that ends up being withheld from their check. And so now you've got this way to help the customer understand. One of the reasons you want to do it is because it's more affordable when you do it with me. And then the other thing is I'm able to help the customer get in a car right away. So let's think about that part, because in the fourth quarter, what happens to you in Buy Here, Pay Here? November and December, business gets really slow. It's the holidays, and people are trying to save back money out of their checks for the holidays and gifts for the kids or whatever. And so now, if you're going to do any business with a customer in December, as an example, if they're a poor credit consumer or lower income, whatever, then they probably have almost no down payment. So you could just do like most dealers do and just not do much business in November and December. And you could wait until the customer gets their refund in February or March, and then you can compete with everybody else out there who's trying to provide a solution to that customer when the tax refund is actually in their hands. Or you could be more proactive and aggressive in that regard, and you could evaluate the customer's likelihood that they'll be getting a refund. You can even do fourth quarter estimates on the refund based on year-to-date pay stubs, etc. And now you've got a customer who needs a car in December. They're sitting prepared to do business with you. You can help them feel comfortable with the idea of doing the tax processing with you. And now you can negotiate a deal with a customer that says, we'll agree to help you into a car now with the smaller down payment. But in order to keep the term from getting too long, would you be agreeable if we helped you with your refund, you were able to get the same refund, pay less in fees, would you be agreeable to paying a portion of your refund toward a special payment that we would schedule when your refund actually comes? And my experience was the customers were would happily sign up for that, because they're getting to get a car at a time that they need it. You're getting, by the way, to make a judgment on a customer in terms of their credit worthiness and income and all those kind of things at a time when business is slower, and you don't have to rush through the deal like you will be in February and March when the refunds are actually coming. It's rush, rush, rush. And we know that historically we do some of our worst business. That the paper that we originate in that time of the year is some of the worst performing contracts that we do. So why not work with the customer in December? The same customer is going to be with you for 3 years. If the customer's a good customer, let's put them in a car now, and let's agree to do the refund later, and they'll pay from that refund at that time.